Hey guys, Mr. Alexander here with another drawing lesson for you. Boy, I'll tell you what, I sure am glad you guys are watching this lesson on video because turns out I'm a little under the weather. I came down with cooties. Yeah, these things are very contagious, so I'm so glad you can't catch them. Now, what were we doing? I forgot. Let's see, we were doing the alphabet and we did A, B, C, D. Man, I put on my thinking cap. I can't remember what letter are we doing the drawing on. Oh, yeah, it's this one, the letter E. We're going to be using letter E to make this animal right here, the elephant, which also starts with the letter E. El elefante. So, let's get started. All right, now for this lesson, you're going to need a piece of paper and your trusty pencil. Now, before we get started, let's make sure we are holding our pencil correctly. Okay, we want to make sure we have it like this. Oh, I got a mark on my finger. Make sure you're holding it like this in that triangular position. That's going to be very important. We don't hold our pencils like T-Rexes, right? That's a no good. So, make sure we have our pencil correctly, and we're going to start off this drawing by practicing some of our letter E's, because the key to good drawing is making sure you have a lot of control over your hand and what you're doing, and there's no better way to practice that than with your letters. So, for the E, we're going to be doing a lowercase e, and you might remember a couple lessons back, we did the letter C. Well, you know what? It kind of starts out the same way there. We're going to form that letter E by kind of making a C. Then we want to come over here and close that top area off. My teacher used to call this the eye of the E, I guess because it's kind of eye-shaped. So once again, let's try that again. We're going to get our letter C, swoop around, and close that off. Always remember too that when we are writing, we write the same way we read from left to right, also from top to bottom. So we start at the top and work our way to the bottom. Here we go, left to right, kind of swoop up a bit and close it off. Now, as you get a little bit bigger and you get a little more used to doing those letter E's, you'll notice some people will even do it like this. They start off with a line and then they make the C. And different schools do teach us different ways of doing it, and there's not a wrong way to do it, unless of course you did it backwards or upside down. Like you don't want to do an E like this. That's no good. Anyways, once you got your E's nice and handsome looking there, we can probably turn this paper over and let's start on that elephant. Now we did these E's pretty small, but for this one, we're going to actually have a very large E, and that E's going to make up most of his head. So we're going to turn the paper like this, okay? Era lo vertical, como una puerta. So we're going to turn it like this, so that we have a door sort of looking shape to our paper. And what we want to do here is kind of right here in the middle of our paper, we want to do a nice big chubby letter E. And we can make the eye of that E actually bigger than we might normally make it, because that eye of the E is going to make the ear of our elephant. So let's go ahead and try that. Let's go ahead and make that just a nice big C. And feel free to make the eye of the E a little bit bigger for his big floppy ears on that elephant. Alrighty. Now we've got the basic head formation. We're going to turn this guy back around horizontal so the open part of the E is now on the bottom side. We have the eye of the E, which is going to make the ears. That's on the right side. Okay. So now we want to give our elephant a trunk. And while I am not a big fan of writing letters backwards or teaching kids to write letters backwards, the thing is that we're going to have to do some backwards letter J's on this drawing. So just try to unremember the way I'm showing you to draw these backwards J's. It's going to come down like this, and it'll just kind of swoop around and touch the very end of that E. So we'll make that backward letter J, swoop around, touch the bottom of that E right there. You can kind of see this is where the head's going to be. Here's our trunk. Now to finish the trunk, we're going to make a bigger backwards letter J, only we're not going to be stopped by this line right here. We want to have that J curl up like it should a little bit more properly. So we want to stay, maybe about a good finger space apart from there. Let's make that larger backwards letter J and have it just kind of swoop up like that. And that'll make a nice little smiley elephant for us. Now we'll close off this trunk with a nice wide letter U there. Close that off. And let's go ahead and put the eyeball. The eyeballs on the elephants are very, very close to the mouth actually. So we want to kind of just keep it right here above the smile. And in fact, if you want to make a little curvy line there, give me a cute little smile, you can. And let's put a nice even letter O right there for his eyeball. And then we can come over here now. And I would say on the inside here, let's do inside top, kind of do another circle there. That's going to be the pupil. And then for cartoon critters, I like to do a little shiny spot. So inside that circle, I'm going to do another one kind of on the upper part of that O. And later on when we color this in, we could fill that in and some nice shiny eyeballs right there. Yeah, that's nice. So we got a cute little guy working here. Now we want to go ahead and look at the rest of his body. So let's look over here. We want to start off, we're going to be doing right here where the ear ends here on the corner of that there D, we're going to make a capital L. We want to make it kind of long, a little bit skinny there. So start here on the corner, and I said that's a D. It looks like a D, but it's still part of our E, isn't it? So we're going to start there on this corner of what looks like a D, and let's make a nice L. It'll be kind of skinny. And that's going to be one of his sets of elephant legs there. And so let's go over here. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do a nice arch shape. And you can do that by making a very large lowercase letter N. It's going to be kind of stretched out, kind of squatty looking. So we can come over here and let's make that nice arch shape, kind of like a letter N. End it right there. Now look at the bottom where you did this L. Okay, so this second set of feet here, we want to have that same kind of width of a line with just a minus sign there. Just a bit of a minus sign. Okay, so we have a nice arch going on there. And now we want to take our elephant, let's turn him all the way around, upside down. All right, now we're going to go back to those backwards letter J's. And when we do that, we're going to, of course, be straight the way a J usually is, but of course, instead of curving this way, we're going to actually just kind of bend this way. And imagine this is going to be the arc of his back, because their backs do kind of go in sort of a curved hump upwards. So we want to come here, do this large J, and connect kind of up here on the top part of what his ear would be. It's going to be the bottom, technically, since we have it upside down. So let's start that off. We go nice and straight like a usual J, but it's backwards, and it swoops around, and it touches the ear. Very good. Now, over here for the tail, come down here just a little bit on his little elephant booty here, and we're going to make a long, skinny, crooked letter Y. So I'm going to make, first of all, crooked, diagonal, okay? And then just make it kind of a letter Y. You don't want to make it too far because their tails aren't that long. And then on the inside of that Y, I'm going to do a V. Because I have a little bit of, stringy hairs there on the back of their tails. And I'm going to go over here. Now let's look at this. Now this time, we're going to do a regular forward-facing J, but it won't be regular because that J will be crooked. So look here where his smile is. Right about here, where his trunk is starting to bend up. That's kind of where his mouth and the bottom of his head is starting. So we're going to do a crooked letter J, starting right about there. And we just curve around. But stop right here. You don't need to finish curling out there. And voila, we are very close to being done. we're going to take our elephant, turn him back around. He's looking, or she's looking good, actually. Either way is fine. And we got to do, oh yeah, his toeses. Okay. So let's look over here in the bottom left corner of each leg where the elephant toenails are going to be. Let's go over here, and in this corner, we're going to do a lowercase m. The kind that has a little curvy top. So lowercase m for his front toeses. And then over here, another lowercase m for his front toesies. And bam, you got yourself one good looking elephant. Now you get to color it. And there you go, guys. Really cute little elephant. Made mine taking a little bath there. And anyways, I forgot to mention, you might notice I didn't color my elephant gray. And you know what? You don't have to either. In the world of cartoons, I have seen elephants of all shapes, sizes, and colors. Well, that wraps up our lesson. Remember, until I get to see you guys again, make sure you are carefully washing your hands all the time. Wear your masks or whatever you're doing to protect your noggin. Also, hand sanitizer. Use it all the time, whenever you can. Keep your hands germ-free so you can stay happy and safe and hopefully, keep the cooties away. Till then, love you guys. I miss you guys. And always remember to be kind to someone. In fact, be kind to everyone you meet every single day. Keep drawing. Bye-bye now.